Hi, and welcome to the channel. I'm excited to dig into something that affects almost everyone who set goals. We're looking at why SMART goals fail, and even when they're written perfectly, right? If you have watched the previous video on setting SMART goals, you learned the framework, right? Today, we want to solve the biggest problem, not the framework itself, but we should understand that the framework alone isn't enough. So stick around as we uncover the 4 hidden reasons your goals fail and exactly how to fix them. So let's do a quick recap. So from last week, we spoke about what SMART means. So SMART, we say, stands for specific. Your goal is clear and focused. It means it's measurable. You can track progress with numbers and milestones. It is achievable. It is realistic. It's based on where you are right now, and also it is relevant. So it means that it connects to a bigger life direction that you wish to go. Then also we said it is time bound. There's some form of urgency. You have a clear deadline. You have in mind. So these key 5 elements are solid. The problem is not the framework, by the way, but is everything else. So that's what we want to talk about. So let's start with problem number 1. So here is the harsh truth. So most goals fail for 4 big reasons that have nothing to do with the SMART formula itself. We write goals, beautiful goals for the year, but we live our lives daily, right? The future comes to us day by day. Second, we set goals for motivation, not for actual systems that work. And thirdly, we completely ignore our environment, our habits, emotions, and these 3 things, they control 50% of what we actually do, right? And fourth, we never create a simple review routine. We set it and we just forget about it. So let's break each of these down, because understanding the problem is half the fix. All right. So problem number 1. Your goal describes the destination but gives you no roadmap. Let me show you what I mean. So you can see something that, I want to lose 10 kilograms in 3 months. That's a SMART goal, right? We all agree. It is specific, it is measurable, it is achievable, and it's relevant. It's also time bound. It's so 3 months, right? But here is the issue. It tells you where you want to go, not how you are going to get there. Same thing, if I say I want to read 20 books this year, sounds good, right? Good. But you have no daily reading habits defined, no time blocked, no place designated. So here is the thing. You cannot manage what you have not broken down into concrete actions. Goals are just destinations. Actions are the paths. So most of us only write only the destination. So how do we fix this? Problem number 1. So what do? What we can do is that we can turn every outcome, this outcome goal, into a simple, repeatable action plan. So let me show you the difference. Instead of just saying lose 10 kilograms in 3 months, your action plan now becomes walk 30 minutes 5 times a week and remove soda on weekdays, right? So it is now very specific. That's very actionable. You know what to do on Monday's morning. It's same with reading. Instead of saying read 20 books this year, you say read 10 pages every single night before bed. The magic is in the specificity of the actions, not just the goal statement, right? So here's your homework, right? Take one of your goals right now and ask yourself, what daily or weekly action will prove I am making progress? Write that down. That becomes your system. So what's problem number 2? So problem number 2 is that you have no review system. So let me ask you something. How many of your goals did you write on January 1st that you never looked at it until December? Yeah, that's most of us. So yeah, what happens, right? You write a goal, you feel motivated for a week, even for a month maybe, then life happens. Definitely, work gets busy, you get tired, someone discourages you, and because you're not reviewing the goal maybe weekly or consistently, you don't notice when you're even drifted apart, right? So no weekly check-in means no feedback. No feedback means you can't adjust. And when you can't adjust, the goal dies. And that's not a failure of the SMART framework. That's a failure of the system around the goal. So how do we fix this? Right? So what you can do is that you can create a weekly goal review ritual. Just 15 to 20 minutes. Here's what you do. So once in a week, let's say you pick a Sunday for the Sunday evening, you sit down with your goals and ask three important questions. One, what worked this week? Two, what did not work? Then third, you ask yourself, what will I change next week? And here's the key. You update your actions, not the deadline. So it's that you can stay, flexible. And when you start winning, celebrate your small wins. Very important, because that what keeps you motivated on the long run. So that's one ritual. Just 15 minutes a week is the difference between goals that die and goals that actually happen. Problem number 3. Your environment is working against your goals. So you cannot set a goal to become a new you while living in the same exact environment that created the old you. Think about it. Your phone is buzzing with notifications, your TV is in the next room, social media is one tap away, your desk has no space, your bedroom has no calm, right? The people around you do not, support the change, and you're wondering why your motivation fades. So motivation is very fragile, right? It comes and it goes. But your environment is constantly working for you or against you all day, every day. So how do we fix that? What you can do is that design your environment to make the right actions easy and the wrong actions hard. So what does this look like? If your goal is to read more, what you can do, you can keep maybe a book or a journal visible on your nightstand, right? Not hidden on some shelf. If your goal is to focus on deep work, you can put your phone in another room, like during your work hours. I usually call it focus hours, right? So not just face down, just put your phone face down. That will not work. Or you can just put it in a different room altogether. If your goal is fitness, what you can have your workout clothes laid out, in the night before. And what you can do, you can also tell one person that you trust about your goal, not to brag, right? But for accountability, right? When someone else knows, you are less likely to quit. So small environmental shifts create huge behavior changes. So it goes a long way, to helping you achieve your goals. Your environment alone plays a major role to make sure that there's some form of motivation around you when it comes to hitting that goal you have. Problem number 4. And this one is deep. Your goals does not match who you believe you are. So you still listen to your quiet voice in your head. What does it say? You say, oh, I'm not a disciplined person. I always give up when things get hard. I'm not the kind of person who finishes things. So if you're the kind of person that say things like that, if your goal requires you to become disciplined, I have been telling yourself for years that you're not disciplined, there is definitely a conflict. So your deeper belief always wins, right? So if you believe that you don't have what it takes to save, definitely you might not be able to save. Like you feel like you're not disciplined with money, that's what it's gonna be. So you will always going to sabotage yourself, even unconsciously. So because the goals feels like it's asking you to be something you are not. So this kills more goals than anything else. So how do we fix this, right? What you can do is that you can rewrite your goals to align with your identity. So this is what I mean, right? So instead of saying I want to exercise 5 times a week, I'll say something like I'm the kind of person who moves my body every day. Instead of saying I want to read 20 books, say I'm the kind of person who learns something new every single week. So when you frame the goal as an identity, right, is who you have become. Something shifts. Your brain stops fighting you. Your goal starts feeling like a show, or starts feeling like, it feels more like an expression of who you are already becoming. And that's the game changer. And that is powerful. It is really, really powerful, right? So let's try to wrap all these together. So I'm going to focus on these 3 upgrades that will transform your SMART goals, from paper to reality. First, turn your outcomes into actions, right? Every goal needs a simple, repeatable action you can do daily or weekly, not a wish, an action. like an action movie, right? Second, weekly review ritual, just 15 to 20 minutes or once a week. Just reflect on what you have worked on, what didn't work, and what you will adjust next week. When it comes to project, we usually call it retrospective. Just review, like take a time to reflect on how things are going well, what you can improve on, what you can stop doing, and what you can continue doing, right? Then thirdly, your identity shifts. That's the third thing you need to focus on. You need to reframe every goal as an identity statement. So you can say, I'm the kind of person that is becoming dash, 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 dash. Kind of person that is focused, kind of person that finishes wherever he starts, kind of person that goes to the gym 3 times a week. So these 3 steps will turn your SMART goal from a destination to a lifestyle. So I believe you have learned something remarkable this week. So here's a challenge for this week. Pick just one goal, right? You already set it, or maybe you're thinking about setting it. So run it through these 3 fixes we just mentioned. Rewrite the actions, right? Schedule your weekly review and refine it as an identity. So what you can do is to write out the new version. You can put it on the comment section. I'll read them and I'll give you my personal feedback. If this video has helped you, please like and subscribe. And let me know what goal setting topic you want me to cover next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you. Awesome.